still want to think about it. I want to talk to my wife about it because she was giving me some pushback. Like, I'm going to keep giving you the same thing. This is what I. Can we do this? Can we talk about this again on Thursday? Yeah, I think no matter what, I'm gonna have to sleep on it. But yeah, like I said, I'm still gonna want to sleep on this because I didn't come prepared thinking about this today, but
Okay.
it's
Um,
just a lot, brother.
what do you hear from your prospects when you go to objection level, typically?
One more time.
What do your prospects tell you sometimes when you're going into objection handling? What do they typically say? They want to sleep on it, they want to think about it, right?
Prospecting calls, meetings. I mean, it's all over the board. Not interested. Got a guy. Too expensive. Everything.
There you go, right? What are we going to be helping you overcome? The exact thing and words that just came out of your mouth, which is, I need to think on it, I need to sleep on it.
Yep.
Now, when it comes to overcoming it, you know what's really important about it?
What's that?
Having a level of congruency. If you're the same person who gives that objection, what do you think you're going to get?
Same objection back.
Yeah. Because what way are you viewing the money? Because most of our successful clients, what they don't do is they don't view money as a problem, but they view it as a symptom. Because once you gain the skills, what are you going to get paid?
More money.
There you go, right? Like
Hmm.
what we can help you with is the investment. That's what we've done, right? We've broke it down as
Yeah.
most possible as possible. We can't help you though is the actual commitment to be willing and wanting to change.
Agreed. And
So
I think more than anything, then it's going to be over what time frame? Because if it's going to be in the next 6 months, I would say I probably feel better than the next 18 months. But what time frame can I expect to see better results? Which is almost an unanswerable question because
well, is it though?
nobody's the same.
Is it though? Because we have over 33,000 testimonials from the inner circle itself. What
Yeah.
caused you to feel like you may be different to them?
I don't think I'm picking up on a lot of this as quickly as I would like to be. Because like I right now, like if I had to do this whole process over again, I would have started with not even pro. I would have just had the online stuff first because there was so much to take in. I didn't even know what was what, like understanding connection, like that stuff. And now I do, but I'm still not
Yeah.
to a point where I think I could maximize the short period of time that I even have an inner circle.
Yeah, I guess that's normal. It depends, right? Because if someone's building out a plan for you and telling you exactly what you need to do to get to your goal, don't you think there's a lot more clarity than you just kind of doing it on your own and hoping that works?
For sure. And I think that serves as like guidelines for sure.
So the real issue and concern is not that you need to go think about it, it's more just about uncertainty then, right? If you could get the result.
No, I would say both.
Well,
Because I do still want to think about it. I want to talk to my wife about it because she was giving me some pushback. Like, I'm going to keep giving you the same thing. This is what I told Paul. This is what I've told everybody. It's been the same thing consistently. Like,
and
when I've
wherever
sat down in April,
yep, and the results will stay the same if we continue to do the same things, which is normal in life, right? Continue to do the same things, we continue
yeah,
to get the same results.
absolutely.
Do you want to get a different result?
I do.
Okay. So you're gonna keep making the same decisions to get a different result, or you're gonna start making a different decision to get a different.
I'm not. I've already made different decisions.
Have you?
Yes.
We're still here. We made the same decision with Paul 3 months ago. We're still in the same place.
I started working with you guys back in April and I've made improvements. I've made different decisions and
No, no
I'm
one's saying you
making
haven't
a
made it.
different decision right now.
No one's saying you haven't made improvements. It's for you to change your family's life. It's not going to be easy, man. It's going to be hard. It takes hard
Agreed.
decisions, right? It's
Agreed.
hard decisions, hard things you need to do, especially when you're
Mhm.
faced with something that you're getting every single day from your prospects, and you're sitting here giving that objection, but that isn't going to work for
That
you to
that's fine.
ever get
That
to talk
is
about it.
perfectly fine. And I know that's not going to happen tomorrow. Like I think it's unrealistic. Then I've got to say that my objection's got to be skepticism.
Yeah, that's normal, man. I understand that you're human. You're supposed to be skeptical, right?
Yeah,
You haven't done something like this before, and that's the thing. Like you don't have to take it as a bad thing. There's two types of people. There's the people who let that skepticism overcome them, or the people who overcome that skepticism.
skepticism.
Like
I
at the end of
wouldn't be here if I didn't want this to happen and somebody to talk me into it. Like that's why we all take the meetings.
the
That's
day,
why my prospects take
100%,
the
man.
meetings. Like
And that's the thing. It's not like I understand it because I was in the same conversation. I was on the other side in a worse position than you were a year ago. All I'm saying, man, is at the end of the day, there's two types of people. There's people who don't do anything at all and nothing changes. There's two paths. There's the path of you don't do anything at all, nothing changes. Maybe you keep going to the
uh,
portal, little few tweaks here and there, you get a little bit better. Or the path where you try something. What is the absolute worst case scenario?
not having any money at all,
So
but
nothing.
income increases.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, dude, I've seen it too. Like I've had my best string of like a month and a half, 2 months while I was going through all of this. So
Yeah.
it's not It's truly skepticism of jumping in a short period of time from where I was at, where I'm at now, to actually having that.
Well,
And
if it's really the well,
it's
regardless,
I think it's really my biggest problem is lack of belief in myself,
le-
honestly. Can we do this? Can we talk about this again on Thursday?
what changes, man? Just so I can really understand.
Talking to my wife, because I know she's going to be against it, but it's a matter of me convincing her that I need to do it.
I respect that. I'll tell you this because I'm part of myself, right? It comes down to looking at it from one perspective because whose responsibility really is it to like learn the skills to put you and her in a better position?
Me, 100%.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, man, it's like when you've learned the skills, you've done the things you need to for you and her, how is she going to feel that?
At the end of the day, she's going to feel great because we've talked
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah. But this is the thing that she doesn't have a full understanding of what you do, like me.
Agreed.
And this is the issue. So anyone from outside perspective, like I had my partner, my dad, everybody tell me, do not invest 16,000 on online training. That is a normal way of thinking, right? Our way of thinking is not normal compared to the regular human beings. I'm telling you, right? Of even thinking of investing this amount of money in training. And their direct response is just the money, and they don't look at the ROI, the results, and everything that you can get from it.
Hmm.
The issue, right?
To some degree, because she's not completely against it,
Yeah.
but I would like at this point I don't want to because you don't have to deal with any of the ramifications. Like if I just do this and then I don't tell her,
Definitely
like
not.
if that goes unnoticed, like that's not going to be good. Like I don't think it would be bad if I'm being realistic about it, but I
Yeah, but
don't
that's the
want to
thing.
have to do that.
But it's the thing where like at the end of the day, that's how you always do things. And to get a different result in life, do we do things the same way? Or do we have to do things
We
differently?
have to do things different.
Yeah, because it's a level of comfortability. But humans grow from a place of uncomfort. Because what is the absolute worst case scenario? You come to her, hey, honey, I invested in training because I know this is going to get me to X place in our life and I want to change our lives. Is she really going to go crazy about that? That you're trying to change your life for you and her? No. At the end of the day, she's going to be actually happy from that. But I understand why you want to do it that way because it's how you always do things. But to get a different result, again, we have to do things differently. But make a decision from a different perspective too. And what I mean by that is to get to a place where you're making those 20, 30, 40 grand months, you have to start making decisions like that guy. Because think about it this way, the Eric
Yeah.
who's at that mark where he's making 50 grand a month, he's on the things that he
Yeah.
needs to for himself and his family.
You're framing me right now. I know.
What would he do?
Yeah. All right. That's where like I told you I wish I would have done it differently. And previously, like when I just jumped into this, I
Yeah.
made a different decision. And I look back on that, I'm like, damn, I wish I would have done it differently. So
Yeah.
I'm doing things differently than I would have otherwise, which
I'm not
is
saying you haven't. It's just
again
about
wrestling with it.
it's rest like the way that you get to a level that you want to be at is making decisions like that guy. Because the only reason you want to have this conversation with her, because if you were making 50 grand a month, would you have to look at the bank? Would she care about you spending 700?
No, not at all. Exactly.
Yeah. So you have to start thinking like that guy to get those results. Because what would that guy do in this conversation?
So I guess like, what's the difference between today, tomorrow, Wednesday, or Thursday?
Your decision making process. It's a level of congruency, right? We're like, what we're going to be asking you to do and doing to you, like the whole time, what are we going to be doing? Helping you overcome the exact concerns that you're giving us. If you come into it with giving us the exact concern that we're going to help you overcome, how is that
Yeah.
going to? That is the biggest issue of them all. It's the congruency factor. It says that again, you're believing what you're saying. And the issue with you believing what you're saying is that when it comes to a prospect giving you that, you're now going to start what? Believing what they're saying. Because
Yeah.
experiences lead to beliefs, which is the issue. It's like going skydiving. And I know it's shit scary, bro. Trust me. I've done it, right? It's the longer you take the jump, the harder it becomes. But I know the feeling when you jump though, because you know that you believed in yourself and you've done absolutely everything possible to put yourself and your family in the best position going forward. Because when your head hits the pill tonight, you know you've done absolutely everything possible. And that's the only thing you can do.
Yeah, and I'd feel really good about my head hitting the pillow on Friday
Yeah,
if we talk about it again on Thursday
even you know when I get better
or
sleep,
Wednesday.
I get way better sleep when I get make decisions and I clear my head about it because I've actually made a decision. I made a commitment. Especially when also I'm doing that to other people every day.
Yeah, I don't like it.
And sometimes as a
The
coach,
timeline.
yeah. And sometimes as a coach, what are we going to be doing to you? Asking you to do things you always like to do, or asking you to do things sometimes you don't
Yeah.
like. You have to do. Think about life, man. We don't always have to do things that we don't, or we don't always do things that we don't like. Things that we sometimes have to do.
It's about doing the shit you don't like. Well aware.
Yeah.
Lots of cliches.
But no one said you change your life and change your family's life was ever going to be easy. Are you going to be the person, even though it's hard, to still overcomes that adversity and pushes through, or let that overcome you?
Having a hard time justifying it to myself at this point.
Yeah, that's normal. You're trying to buy yourself out of it, man. When the longer it takes, the more excuses we give ourselves. Nah, because of this, X, Y, and Z.
So the next 18 months is even more like I can't even see past that hardly.
Yeah, because you're looking at it based on your perspective, man. Based on the fact that, like, if nothing changes.
Yeah. Yeah. This
Well,
is where I need to be because these are the conversations that I'm struggling with right now.
yeah, 100%, man.
Okay. All right.
All right, well, let's get it done. I'm gonna get this onboarding email sent to you now. Cool. Yeah, that should be good to go.